Fresh out the gate again, time to raise the stakes again. Back my plate.
Peace, peace, peace. Thank you guys for tuning in. Well, I'm just getting things geared up. I'm trying to kill two birds with one stone. I'm going on YouTube too. Now, if you guys want to see the slides better, definitely go on YouTube. So we are about to go over some price strategies to the affluent. Pricing strategies to the affluent. How's everybody doing? What up, MDB? What up, Notary Nation? What up, Luviki? I guess treasures. Shout out to you. Yeah, I'm gonna share some piff, right? Because I'm getting back in my bag, as Diddy would call it. I'm getting back in my bag. You know, my bag consists of, like, sales is first and foremost, something that I keep really, really close to the chest, like a bulletproof vest. That is one of the most important high income skills you can possibly have in being a business owner. There are 4 very important skills when being an entrepreneur. One of those skills, number 1, first and foremost, is persuasion sales, 100%. Because if you can't sell anything, you don't make no money. If you can't sell, you don't make money, period. Like, there's no business on the planet that you can survive without sales. Like, so it is what it is. Sales is first and foremost. Second thing would be communication. You have to be able to articulate yourself, right? You've got to be able to deliver a speech, or even if you don't plan on doing any public speaking or anything like that, that's fine. But you have to master that skill of communication. Even Warren Buffett said, when it comes to, they said, what is the number 1 skill a business person should have? This is when he was speaking at a university. And everybody thought he was going to say, well, learn stocks, or, learn hedge funds and whatever. He was like, no, communication. The number 1 skill is communication, right? So that's number 2. The third one, I've been pushing this on you guys, but it falls on some deaf ears, and it's okay. It's all right. I don't mind it. But a lot of people sleep on sales copy. They sleep on sales copy. They sleep on copywriting. I've been preaching this for like the last 2 years. I have a coach in that department. I've seen the difference that it's done for me in my business and businesses. And my gosh, man, sales copy is something else. It's salesmanship in print, and when you're creating a landing page, when you're creating email, when you're creating captions, when you're drafting out a script on how you want to deliver a certain message, that's sales copy, man. Sales copy is such an important skill that so many business owners sleep on. It's ridiculous. It is what it is. For those that choose to learn it, you guys will see a stark difference. For those that don't, you'll be spinning your wheels in the mud quite a bit. And the last one would be leadership, right? You got to be able to lead a team. You got to be able to get them to see your vision. That would be in, part of your communication. You would have to persuade them to see it the way you want them to see it. So leadership pretty much encompasses the other three things, right? So today, we are going to talk about price strategy for the affluent. And today we're going to use the example of steakhouses. How many of you guys like steak? Type in the chat if you like steak. Type in one if you like or love steak. I love steak. Or just give me some hearts if you love steak. I love steak. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Right? And what I want to do, I want to show you, I pulled up a couple of steakhouses, right? I pulled up Outback, and then I pulled up Mastro's, the one that's in Chicago, but they're actually a franchise. They're all over the place, right? And then I pulled up Ruth's Chris, right? And I want to show you the difference between the three. You have Outback, you have Chicago Mastro's, and then you have Ruth's Chris. So let's start off with Outback. Very popular franchise. A lot of people go there to get steaks. Now, this is their homepage. This is their landing page. Now, again, what did we talk about? Landing page. This is where you're going to see a lot of sales copy because you have to look at the front page of your website as a receptionist. This is the person at the front desk that is going to meet and greet people that are interested in your business. So your website first page is your front desk. So this is immediately what people see. So let's take a look. Let's see what's going on here. So they have this right here, which is called a hero banner, right? Or, you know, a carousel, but it's really large, right? I'm not going to give you web design tutorial. That's not the purpose of this. So, okay, we're looking at the slide, right? And what do we have here? Oh, look at this. Starting at $16.99. Look, that's all kind of food, steak, and wow, that's a pretty good deal, ain't it? $16.99, under 20 bucks, I could get a nice meal. Now, that's pretty cool. Let's look at Mastro's Steakhouse in Chicago. This is their hero bar. Their, you know what I mean? Carousel. Let's see what comes up for them. Okay. We have champagne and wine. Looks like a fine dining place. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, y'all. Where's the there's no specials going on? Wait a minute. Well, Outback is telling me they got a $16.99 special on their hero bar. What's up with Mastro's? They ain't got no specials? No specials? No discounts or something on their hero? All right. Well, let's go over to Ruth's Chris. They surely got to have some type of special or discount going on over there, right? Let's take a look. Let's go to their initial homepage. Okay. Got a sous chef there. They're got some nice imaging of tomatoes and spices and what's going on? Do you guys see any discounts on here? Any specials? What are they? Don't want our business? Yeah. Good eye, Dawn. Good eye. You said no pictures of food, huh? So they're selling the environment. They're selling the environment when it comes to Mastro's. That is correct. But they also do not have any specials or discounts on their hero bar. First thing we see over here, $16.99. $16.99. You guys, without me telling you, right? Without me telling you the answer, do you guys see what's going on? I'm not gonna spell it out for you. I'm gonna need you to read between the lines on these. Right? So these guys are offering us discounts. We got the $16 and they underline the 99. Pictures of the food and everything, right? Over here on Mastro's, they're showing us fine dining environment. They're showing us the exterior of the building. They have champagne all over here, right? Chandeliers. It looks like a really nice place to have dinner, don't it? Yes, that's right. That's right. Yeah, you guys put in what you see, please. This is a live interactive masterclass that we're doing right here on IG and YouTube right now. So yeah, Dawn said showing service at roofs. Absolutely, right? MDB says white tablecloth service don't come with specials. That's right. Gina says that they're selling experience 100%. Because you can they even had a picture with a band, you know, it looked like jazz equipment, right? Let me see if I can show you guys again, because me and my wife actually went there. Food was incredible, they had mashed potatoes that I didn't even know you could do that with mashed potatoes. There you go. There go the band equipment right there. So they look like they have some live entertainment. You said Outback looking down bad. Hey, no, people eat at Outback, right? My father-in-law loves Outback, loves the place. But we're catering to a certain type of clientele. That's what this training is about, right? Now we go over the roof, Chris. Okay, this looks like, you know, a place that you would probably find at the Ritz-Carlton, right? The way they're seasoning and preparing the food. You can see the chefs, the sous chefs on here. Fresh ingredients, right? No pricing whatsoever. Nope. It looks like they're paying very meticulous attention to detail. Right? You guys see this? You said the display is of perfect food and chefs coming to, and chefs, I'm sorry, I'm getting tongue-tied. And chefs coming the food perfectly. Doesn't come with discounts. These are trained experts. I'm glad you noticed that. I'm glad you noticed that. Cooking the perfect food. Right. So, all right, let's go back. Let's go back. Let's run it back. So, we scroll down, right? Now, what do they have here, you guys? Remember, if you do not have an email service provider, my friend, some type of email marketing set up, you are committing a crime to your business. I am straight up gonna say it. You are a convicted felon when it comes down to your business. Look, they're doing that right. There ain't nothing wrong with that. Sign up now for a free bloomin' onion, mate. They're going to give you something for free. This is what they call an ethical bribe. This is sales copy, y'all. This is sales copy. All right? We gonna go in heavy today. We gotta go in heavy. This is what I usually do for Fast Pass Coaching. Shout out to you, Jazz. What up, Jazz? This is what we do at Fast Pass Coaching. I decided to give you guys a promo bonus for March Madness. But this is what we do behind the scenes at the Notary Cashflow Academy. We break down shit like this, right? So this is their email list. They're saying sign up now for a free bloomin' onion, mate. So this is what we call an ethical bribe. You give us a little something, we'll give you a little something. Now give us your email, your first name, your phone number, zip code, and last name, and then sign up. Now we can remarket to you. As our list grows, the less money we have to spend on advertising with Google and Facebook and all these guys, because we have created our own marketing machine. We have created our own marketing monster. Thank you, Jazz. She said, yes, it is very worth it. We go in on a fast pass coaching, you guys. That's all I can say. So, all right, boom. All right, that's solid, right? That's solid. Let's see if Mastros does this. Online ordering, caviar. Okay, they're showing you their location. Okay. There's a lot to unpack right here. I'm gonna come back to it. I'm gonna come back to it. Just rock with me, man. Rock with me. There's a lot going on right here. Huh? You see these are prices, by the way. These are prices. But I'm going to ask you a question, and I want to see who can, because again, I'm showing you price strategy on how to market to affluent people. Okay. Let me see. So they give you the menu straight up. Okay, they have something real small at the bottom here, right? That says join eClub. Let's click. Let's see if this is their email service provider, shall we? What's the eClub? Join the Mastros eClub. Yes, it is. Yeah. It's basically an email service provider. You see that, you guys? No matter if you are a discounted steakhouse or you're as high as Mastros. We're not done yet. Let's see if Roof Chris offers in some type of email service provider, right? Let's see. Let's just see. Okay, okay, I like this. They're doing a roof tastemaker dinners. That's smart because they're pairing wines with their steak. It's very smart. Gift cards, book a private event, order roofs anywhere. They got video content on here. Oh, well, look at here. Are you with me? Throw some of these hearts. Hey, for those on YouTube, subscribe to my channel. Nobody giving you heat like this for free. Holla at the kid. Share it with your friends and family. Because it's time to step our game up, y'all. It's time to step the game up, man. I told y'all that selling notary services is the cheapest shit I've ever sold in my life. It's the cheap. I can't stand it. It's too cheap. I like big numbers. I like selling shit in the tens of thousands. I want to sell private jets just for the fuck of it. I want to sell super yachts just because I want to just throw dumb ass numbers out there like that. Oh, this private yacht, 23 million. Yeah. I just want to do that. Just for shits and giggles, y'all. This is who you're learning from. This is who you're learning from. You said, Mastro said, put price up and let them know who we service and who we don't. Good observation. Good observation. Disqualifying factor of price. That is very true. When it comes to, you ever want to disqualify some people? Yeah, your price is probably one of the easiest ways to do it. One of the easiest ways to do it, right? So boom. So far, All three of them have an email service provider. So we can be consistent on that, right? They all offer steak, various prices, right? But one thing that is very consistent with these three, remember, one of the biggest skills that you can start adopting in the 21st century right now is called pattern recognition. I'll put it up here for you. Pattern recognition. Pattern recognition. That's one of the most important skills you can have in the 21st century. So the way we lined up these three companies, we're looking for a consistent pattern, right? Because once we see that, hey, if they all have that, there must be some type of importance to it, right? Okay, boom. All right, let's look at some prices. Now we know that Outback is offering us something for $16.99, right? We can agree on that, right? This is them right here. Look at the numbers, how it's pay attention to the typography, right? Pay attention that they have the big dollar sign. Now I'm about to put you up on some heavy game right here that you won't be really, that you can't learn unless you're in that heavy mix like that. When we looked at Mastro's pricing, do you guys see a dollar sign next to them? I'll wait. Do you guys see a dollar sign next to them? That is 100% correct, Dawn. Anytime you guys go out to a high-end restaurant, I want you to pay attention to that. Next time you look at their menu. Next time you look at their menu, I want you to see if you see a dollar sign next to the number. This is where we start to separate, because again, we are the Mastros and Ruth Chris of the joint, right? We're not the Outback. I don't teach the Outback way. I can, it's easy. All I have to do is throw out some specials and discounts and a bunch of other gimmicky ass shit. I don't do that. Because you start to condition your customer to expect discounts, specials, all kind of crazy shit. Oh, the fucking National Donut Day. Hey, Dawn's throwing a National Donut Day discount. Like, what the fuck is that? Come on. You want people to take you serious, and then you're offering a discount for National Shih Tzu Day. Don't have a Shih Tzu? Oh, well, take the discount anyway. This is how you're training your customer to react to your brand. Okay, so boom. You see that? Listen, you're getting a veggie roll for like $19, fam. A veggie roll, $19. Oh, you gotta love it, man. You gotta love this shit. Shout out to all the companies that hold their prices and hold a stronghold and keep their prices high. Because if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't create a market for people that like cheap shit. You actually have to salute the people that actually cater to affluent people, because then you wouldn't even know the difference. Okay, so yeah, you're spending like $15 to $22 just on a soup and salad. Listen, Outback is giving you a whole damn meal for like less than 20. What are you telling me, Tiger? Like, hold on, we didn't even get to the steaks yet, because this is all about the steaks. Now, I'll be honest with you. I have no freaking clue what a Wagyu tomahawk chop is. But I can tell you one thing. The shit is $250. Cash Cuts, what up, baby? #1 barber in Chicago on the South Side. Go see my brother out there in Harper on 87th and Stony Island. Been my barber for years. Gave me my haircut for my wedding. Great guy. Great guy. Yeah. MDB said $21 for some tomatoes and cheese and shit. Shit is real. You don't think people paying for that price? Listen, don't force your buying habits onto your customer. Just because you won't spend $21 on a couple of small tomatoes and some cheese next to it, don't mean that your customers won't do it. They probably do that shit multiple times a week. Well, oh, you said it's a steak, Cash? Man, okay, there you have it. This shit is a steak. $195 for the 32 ounce, and then you gotta spend $250 for the 400 or the 40 ounce. My bad. $250 off the rip. No dollar sign. No weird ass font, huh? No weird ass looking font. You see the difference? You see the difference? Come on, man. Come on. Share this with your fam. Send this out to the people that you think will benefit from this. Please. Do your boy some favor. Yeah. So if you're eating by yourself and you decide to get the broadleaf farms, you're gonna spend $250 by yourself. All right, let's go for a family function. Let's bring out. It's gonna be me, my wife, and then my kids. Let's all go out there. Yeah, you're probably looking close to a G. Okay. Look at here. We got the New York. This probably the New York strip steak or something, huh? 8 ounce, $150. $150. Look, who the hell knows what this means? You're getting the A5. You got to get the Japanese A5 Wagyu. Somebody understands this verbiage. They are speaking to a specific market. Huh? Let's see what type of steak we got with this one. Let's see what Outback. We didn't even go to Roof Chris, y'all. We didn't even go to Roof Chris. And I like Roof Chris. One of my favorite steakhouses is Carmine's. Carmine's, oh my God, best steak I ever had in my life. In my life. It's one of them steakhouses where you don't even give a fuck about the price. You just be like, yo, let me get that steak with the marble. I'm getting ahead of myself. I apologize. Okay. So let's take a look here, right? This is what we're looking at. Okay. We got the new sirloin and Aussie chuck ribs. That's what that is. All right. We top our juicy center cut sirloin with roasted garlic butter, but we didn't stop there, mate. Right? Because that's their theme. It's all about being like Australian, right? Your favorite steak. Now you're going to get the steak and ribs, right? Steak and ribs. Also comes paired with the new Aussie chalk ribs, plus steakhouse potato. You're going to get potatoes too. And one side, starting at just $16.99 for a limited time only. Now, do you guys know what this is? Huh? Who can type it in the chat what they just did right there? Who can type it in the chat what this is called? There is a specific name. I'm bringing you guys into my world now. What is this called? Give you guys 5 seconds on the clock. That is correct, MDB. They are creating urgency. That is called time urgency. Time urgency. Anytime you see these cats say for limited time only, they're saying they're injecting time urgency into their sales copy. That's right, Dawn. Yeah, exactly, Gina. It invokes, it triggers the fear of missing out. FOMO. That's what they call it, right? FOMO, fear of missing out. Now, if they said, while supplies last, that is something different. That is called scarcity. That's a scarcity tactic, meaning that we only have a limited amount of supply. If you get in, you get it. If you don't, we sorry, you ran out. We don't offer that anymore. Now, it is a very, very powerful tool when you can inject time urgency and scarcity into the same mix. Oh man, now you really tugging on some emotions right there. You're tugging on some serious emotions right there. You said you worked at some restaurants? Those specials typically last 3 months following along with the quarters of the year. Good to know, right? So good job, you guys. Like, you guys are knocking that shit out. So you guys see what they got there. All right, well, let's look at some. Okay, so these guys, you're Outback, you're gonna get some potatoes. You gotta get a couple of garnishments in one side, right? You gotta get the steakhouse potato with the one side, right? Over here, you can buy that shit separately. At Mastro's, you get that shit separately. And the cheapest one they got, if you want just a bread service, that's $5. Okay, if you want their baked potato, that's $14. That is damn near 93% of the price of this right here already. Just a potato. Just the potato. Right? Okay, now we're in the steaks. Here go the steaks. These are just steak prices. $53, $68, $73, right? Let's look at some food and drinks over here at Roof Chris. Okay. Let's go with the filet. That's a really impressive picture. You could see the bubbling of whatever compound that they put next to the steak. That looks good. That looks real good. I'm actually getting hungry fucking given this tutorial. This is ridiculous. So what did they do here, right? In order to solidify why their steaks are better, now they're giving you an image of the cow and where they're actually taking the portion of that steak. That I like that. You're bringing me into your world now. They're even giving you a history lesson. The term filet mignon has been found as far back as the early 1800s, a period in culinary history when a number of French butchers were apparently rather obsessed with finding the perfect cut of beef, and we thank them for it. They gave you a history lesson. Would that help with the sale? Do you think that helps with the sale? If somebody's looking at this? And then over here, they even give you a little more history. I'm not going to read into it, but they're trying to educate you, right? Now, when's the last time, a website, a steakhouse website tried to educate you on the steak that they serve? Even the waiters are different. When you ask them, hey, what's good on the menu, right? Now, at a place like Outback, they'll be like, well, I like the ribeye. It's pretty good. It's moist and stuff. These guys right here, and I could tell you, Mastros, they talk about the food differently. They talk about the food differently. Why is a filet so tender? Right? So they break it down to you. Let's see what I'm looking for some pricing now. Have you guys seen any pricing yet? I sure haven't. Now, what else did they do? Look at this. Best wine pairing for filet. Let's see if Outback gave us any wine pairing, because I know they sell it. They sell wine and beer and stuff like that. That's a perfect upsell, wouldn't you think? No, I don't see it so far. Let's see if order now, maybe it'll give us an upsell. Because as a job of an entrepreneur, if you can get more money, right, for selling more of your products and giving them a really good experience, why wouldn't you do it? No upsell. Nope. Okay, so Ruth Chris, smart, best pairing wine for filet. And for all my wine lovers over here, you guys, of course, you'd be like, oh, yeah, a nice Merlot, yeah, a Cabernet, a Pinot Noir. Yeah, I bet you wine drinkers are probably sipping on wine right now, listening to this shit. Ooh, right? So they're pairing the wine with the type of steak. So again, they're selling you more on the experience of having an enjoyable steak with a beveraged wine. If you're looking for, so this is what it says. If you're looking for a wine that goes well with the filet, chances are you can look to your favorite red wine. So they told you the wine. For this lean, delicate cut of meat, look to the drier reds with softer tannins. Educating you. I want you to think about that next time you sell a power of attorney document. For those on YouTube watching this, you guys need to get your power of attorney tickets. April 4th through the 6th, 3-day live interactive workshop. Go to tigerislive.com. So now they just gave you a history lesson on why the filet, where the original name came from, why they cut it the way it is, why it's so tender, the best wine to pair it with, and yet they still didn't give me a price. They even tell you the degrees that they're bringing this thing out. Try a tender filet cooked to perfection and served sizzling on a 500-degree plate. Now, why do you suppose they would want to tell you something like that? Huh? Why do you suppose that they would want to tell you that it's coming out on a 500-degree plate? He said, Outback said, here's a Budweiser. Have a good evening. All right, here go your Coors Light. Want a refill on that? Right, so the reason why they would put something like that on a 500-degree plate is because one of the biggest complaints in the restaurant business is that their food, hot, cold, cold. And there are times that restaurants will bring out your hot food, and it's cold. So they're letting you know the plate by itself can cook this steak. The plate. So yeah, your food is going to come out hot. And right here, again, they hit you with the upsell. Reserve your table. We suggest a perfect wine pairing to complement your dinner. No price, y'all. And then again, what do we have here? Let's stay in touch. Sign up for email. Serious. This is serious. You said, want a picture of Bud Light? A picture, right? They're going to bring you a picture. You want to impress some clients, and where are you going to take them? Like you want to close a couple of $100,000 deal or $1 million deal. Where are you going to take them? Are you going to take them to Outback, Mastro's, or Roof Chris? Think about that. Think about that. So yeah, no price. I haven't got I went through this whole page of filet and I got no price. What we call that is mystique. They just added mystique to their steakhouse. They educated you. They told you about wine pairing. They told you about all of these things, but they never gave you prices because they want to give you mystique. They want to build off of curiosity. You say curiosity killed the cat, but curiosity brings that bag. In Hollywood, they're very good with creating mystique. That's why when they're coming out with a new movie, they'll give you a trailer. And in that trailer, they're going to highlight certain parts to create curiosity. So when that movie gets released, you're right there at the ticket line, or you're ordering that ticket on your phone immediately. Shout out to Creed 3. Y'all lighten up these comment sections too, by the way. That's funny. You said Cash Cut. They said they feel like if you ask for the price, then you really can't afford it anyway. I would probably say that maybe our price, our steaks aren't for you. If you don't want to have a fine dining steak house experience and you're looking for price and you're scouring, right? You're scouring our website, searching for a price and desperately, like, you technically don't want those people calling in saying, I was on your website and I was looking for a pricing of your steaks, but there's no pricing there. How much do your steaks cost? You technically don't want them type of people shopping at your restaurant. You know what I mean? You technically don't want those people in your restaurant like that. Because these are the people that are, they're probably going to start yelling, oh my God, you know, like the table next to them. Oh my God, a potato is $15? Babe. Now, the people that can't afford it, what do you think that's doing to their dining experience? You killing my high. You killing my high. Okay, so now also I want you guys to pay attention. Now the verbiage is very important, how they break it down. When they talk about certain steaks, like, see, some people will call certain parts of the steak fat, right? They call it fat. I learned this when I went out to dinner with my wife, and me personally, I like the fat of a steak, right? I'm just being transparent. I like the fat of the steak. And then the waiter was like, "Sir, do you mean marbling?" I was like, he said, "What? No, I don't want no marbles on my steak, nigga." He's like, no, that's the correct term for it. We call it, it's called marbling. Like, marbling? Oh, that sounds so much better than saying, "Hey, you guys can make sure that there's some fat, there's some fat on the steak." Don't it sound better? Hey, make sure that, y'all be cutting too much of the fat off the steak, man. Make sure that now when I go to the restaurants with the wife, I'll be like, which steak has the most marbling? Instead of, like, it sounds gross when you say, which steak has the most fat on it? Like, it just sounds fucking whack as hell. And I remember we went to like a lower tier steakhouse, and I told the waitress, I was like, which steak has the most marbling? She was like, marbling? Like, what's that? What is that? I've never heard that term before. These guys use the word marbling. These guys, Ruth Chris, use the word marbling. So your verbiage must change. See, there it is right there. Boom. You see that? Marbled for flavor and deliciously juicy. Listen, man, I didn't know this shit, though. When you don't know, you don't know. Right? When you don't know, you don't know. I think we're good right now. I think I drove the point across on how we're pricing to the affluent. I think you guys got some gems on this one. These big ass discounted prices that look like this, who you think you're attracting with that? Who do you think you're attracting with big, bulky, bright red, huge circle, huge fonts with the extra bold on there, with the line and huge dollar sign? Like, who do you think you're really going to be attracting? And not saying that their business model don't work, because they're nationwide. But if they think that their clientele are the same people that eat here or eat here, they're sadly mistaken. The people that eat here aren't necessarily the people that eat here or here. So if I was doing a notary business, or heck, Cash, if you still on here, if I was a barber, right? How would I structure my business according to what I have learned today? If I was a notary, which I am, how would I structure my pricing and strategies according to what I've done today? If I owned a hair salon, if I owned any type of business, from the training that you learned, ask yourself, how would you position your company from what you learned today? People look at this shit. You see somebody doing something, look at it, dissect it, try to gain great understanding from it, and then say, does this speak to the type of clientele that I want? Does it speak to the clientele that I want? If I know, and Cash, I'll use you for an example, brother. if I'm a barber and I get, let's say, I get quite a few clientele that come through my table and shit, right? And the first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna run intelligence on them. I'm straight up Navy SEALs with the shit, right? I'm running recon and I'm asking them, yo, so when you come to a barber, like, what would you like to see? What would you like to have? Like, do you want like the hot towel around your face? Is that something that you like? Do you want the shave with the, you know what I mean, with the one edge razor? Would you like something like that? How do you feel about, my wife calls it the shoe polish and shit, right? The spray that goes to fill up people's hair to look a certain way, right? So it can look more full. How do you feel about that? And I know they have a really, really good, elegant term. Those things, once you find out exactly what the customer really, really wants and you do a survey, remember, what we're looking for is pattern recognition. We're looking for pattern recognition. So once we find out exactly what they really, really want, we start creating these products and services around it. So again, if I was a barber, I would say, okay, this type of clientele wants the hot facial towel, right? They want to get their hair washed, right? They want of course, a crispy lining. That's exactly why they're coming to the barbershop in the first place, right? They're getting a crispy haircut. And they like that barber smell when they're, certain sprays that they put into your hair. It looks moisturized. It looks good. It smells good, right? So, okay, now I have these 4 things right here. So what I would do is I would take those 4 things and I would make it into a package. And then I'm selling this shit for like maybe $100, $150, $200, right? So right there, I'm already separating myself from the other barbers that are in the house. I got this going on for $150. What do you get with that? This is what you're going to get. You're going to, again, change the verbiage. All you guys would have to do is say, go on Google and type in something like elegant way of saying hot facial towel or whatever they would call it, right? I would literally type that up and I would have Google spit out synonyms of other ways of saying that. Other ways of saying it. So now that I would have this package, then now I can do what Mastros did, and I will a la carte that shit. I will start to a la carte it. Appetizers has its own box. Sushi selections has its own box. Soups and salads have their own. Everything is a la carte. A la carte. Next thing I would do when I serve them, like now, a person that sits at my barber chair, I'm handing them a menu like this. My wife said like how they do at a Chinese nail shop. I'm gonna hand them a menu. What would you like? What would you like today? It's one thing to have the images of the haircuts. That's great. That's great. But what would you like to have your mustache and beard trimmed today? There is so many upsells when it comes to the barber industry, but I've noticed that there's a lack of consistency, right? And then none of them actually, like I took my kids somewhere, right? And well, the guy didn't have the price or anything like that, but it was just weird how he did it. It was just like, it was a la carte. And then next thing I know, it was like $100 or some shit like that. So when I put the price, I wouldn't put a dollar sign. I would not. When I hand them the menu, the barber menu, right? Because I'll probably be the only nigga in that joint with a barber menu. Facts. I'm already blowing my competition out the water. You guys don't have that. I guarantee you they'll start to copy your shit. I'm gonna give them a barber menu. I'm gonna give them pricing. And again, the numbers will be nice and small like this with no gimmicky look. I don't want it. I don't want my pricing to look gimmicky. Right? I don't want it to look gimmicky like this. This is gimmicky. That's a gimmicky looking. It's like, okay, what's today's special? You know what restaurants like Mastro's and Roof Chris say? He said, we don't have specials. We have chef's favorite. You see how they switch that shit around? Or they have a chef selection. Let me look at the chef's menu. That's a whole different menu, y'all. While people are looking for specials, other people are asking for chef's favorite or the chef's menu. This is the one that's different from the actual general menu. I want you guys to remember that movie. If you remember it, it was with Queen Latifah, and I forgot the name of the movie. And she thought she was about to die, so she went out to another country to like study chef or some shit like that, and eat at, you know, she was just gonna blow her money and live life to its fullest. And she went to this high-end restaurant with this high-end hotel, and she ordered everything on the menu. But then there was a special menu for people that asked for it. And the chef came out and was like, I want you to try this dish. Tell me what you think about that. It's different, you guys. Let the low energy shit go. Let that go. Let it go. That low energy pricing, we letting that shit go. These $35, $45 notaries, they are not in the same tier as us. Let it go. You're not even competing for the same customer. Okay, so now I have my menu. I give them a little bit of history behind. I would do that. I would take. Listen to me, man. If I was starting a new business right now, the thing that I'm showing you guys, I do it. I do it now. When I was building, real talk, when I was building my U.S. Notary Agency website, I didn't look at websites of notaries in America. I pulled up notary in England. I want to see what the hell these preppy motherfuckers are doing. Right? And I would look up some of these guys. I'll pull this guy up because I'm not trying to build a website that looks common like everybody else's. That's fucking ridiculous. Of course, I would get the same results as them. All right. So I would pull up a website like this, a notary out there in UK. All right, let me see what his website looked like or her website looks like. What are they doing? All right, first thing I see is that they're going to let you know that they have a 5-star Google rating. All right, cool. I'm going to look at from their top bar, their drop-down menu, the verbiage that they use. They use notarization. They actually write it differently, and legalization made easy. I'm looking at all of that shit. What are some of the points that they're using? Now, I'm not just going to look at one website. I'm going to pull up a website out there in Australia. I'm going to pull up a notary a notary service in Africa. I'm going to pull one up in Brazil. I want to see the way they're marketing their shit. Yeah, it takes a little bit of research. It takes a little bit of time, but shit, dude, you're building a business. So they're going to tell you who we are. Okay, this looks like their branding color right here. Okay. This right here. See, you the normal eye won't see anything significant about this, but I could care less about that wax stamp. That wax stamp really ain't, it's just basically saying, this traces back to aristocracy days. But that pen, my dude, this pen, this calligraphy writing pen speaks volumes. Oh, you said you got to start the menu tonight? Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you, Cash. I love that, man. Take action, B. Make sure that shit look clean, man. I'd rather you do a black and white, clean looking menu than to put designs and colors and different. Keep that shit clean and simple, fam. Less is more. Less is more. Shout out to you, brother. No question. I got you, man. I'm going to give you this work. Y'all got to get this work today on this, what is today? Tuesday? Yeah. Welcome to the Church of Hustle, and I am your pastor, Tiger Toledo. You are now entering the Church of Hustle. So it smells like money to me. Upscale. That's right. No question. That pen right there is upscale. You guys remember when I did the last, maybe 2 master classes ago, I showed you guys some pens. I showed you the Mont Blanc, right? Y'all guys remember that pen? That shit was going for like damn near $1,300. This pen represents that. Okay, they even talk about apostille, right? And they even have a counselor service. Ooh, that's impressive. What's that about? Right? They're going to put on some of their reviews in here. Clean. It's clean. We can travel to you, right? I want you to pay attention. Get the fuck, stop acting local. Why the fuck? We live in a world where you can see everything that's going on in other countries. Why are you still playing the local game? Why are you still playing the local game? I hate local. Hate it. I'm either national or international, period. National or international. Don't ever call me local. Fuck that. Okay, look at this. Look at this. We courier your document. Now, I want you to pay attention to this image right here. I want you. Whew, thank you, God. I'm getting a God download, by the way. This is the God download. You guys are being blessed by the Most High. This ain't me talking. This is God talking through me to teach somebody. This is going to resonate and change your life forever. We courier your document. Okay, now when you hear something like this, please tell me what you would expect to see. If you were to select an image, and shout out to the United States. I love the United States. I love this country. But when you think of courier service, what vehicle are you thinking of? Please tell me. Just type it in the chat. Help a brother out. Help a brother out. Type in the vehicle you think of when it comes to Malik said a courier pigeon. I fuck with that. I don't know what kind of affluent customers you go pull with the courier pigeon, but okay, I'm with you, brother. Come on, you guys. I need your participation on this. When you think of notaries doing courier service, what image of a vehicle do you think of? What is the first image that comes to mind? Type it in. Malik said courier, pigeon. You're gonna put a whole loan closing package on a pigeon. That motherfucker won't fly nowhere. Okay. Malik said car and moped. Gina said Cadillac. Okay. I like that, Cash. He said a Bentley. All right, okay. He said a notary pizza man. That type shit. Now, remember, we are looking in the UK. We are looking to see how they're designing their website around that. So for the most part, we're looking at a car, right? A car or a moped or even a pigeon. Look at the image that these guys use to illustrate their courier service. Does that speak volume? Does that speak value? Jazz said satchel. Shit, you then took it to the USPS on this joint. They got a messenger bag. Does this speak volume to courier service? Talk to me. Talk to me. Huh? Gina said private jet. This, when you're thinking about courier service, you're thinking, some people would put FedEx, a FedEx vehicle, DHL, like you said, some type of ground vehicle, right? Would this speak to someone, a high tier client? Would that speak to them? Oh, we're going to make sure your document gets there by jet if we have to. That right there alone can get this, with that alone can boost up your pricing. That alone. Let's go to the United States, shall we? Let's pull up a notary in the United States. And let's see if we can find somebody, a notary that offers courier service. And again, no shade, is that a lot of cats play this local game. And when you play local, it's like growing up in a small town. The philosophies are warped according to that small town. But when you start traveling and you go to different countries and you see different places, you're like, oh shit, this world is way bigger than that little town I grew up in. Let's see. I'll even pull up the notary NNA. Let's see how they would explain courier service. And if you guys do not have your ticket to the Power of Attorney Masterclass on April 4th through the 6th, get your ticket at tigerislive.com. We only have 3 or 4 tickets left, and then it is sold out. I guarantee you this one will be sold out. Like last one. What does it say? Let's take a look at the apostille service, because that one needs courier service, right? I'm mainly looking for an image that would explain this stuff. That's what I'm really looking for. Yeah. No. Notary with courier service. I just want to see the imagery that comes up. Okay, just right here, like we're still on the page. This says notary business opportunities, legal courier service. First thing they're going to show you is a person in a car. That is, they're showing you the predominant search of when people are typing in courier service, that it is a car. It is a car. So this is Notary Jane, right? I think they're like a directory or something. That's another thing that you guys can get on Notary Jane. I'm not sure how good they are with getting clients, but see, look, this is what people in the States would consider pushing notary courier service. Huh? Now, she's dressed professionally, right? Looks like a nice vehicle. But she's in a vehicle, right? She's in a car. You look at these guys out there in the UK, they look at courier service a little bit differently. They look at it as it's a damn private jet. Does that fall in line with what we're looking at with the stakes? Or does it fall more in line with Outback? Is that a more of a Roof Chris Mastro technique, or is that more of a Outback technique? You guys see the difference? This is why I tell you guys about you could be a Casio notary or you could be a Rolex notary. Pick your choice. I only teach one. I only teach one. So you can approach them, you can try to influence a person by showing that you have courier service like this, or you can show them that you have courier service like this. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you guys got a value out of this. The God download was real. I'm excited that you guys joined. We were heavy today on this IG live. It was just, and I want to thank you guys for being here because I just sprung it out of nowhere and then you guys jumped on there and we got that game. A lot of people want to charge more. It doesn't necessarily have to be like we want more clients. We're just not charging enough. I would rather have 5 clients that are paying $200 than to have 20 clients paying $50. So I wish you guys the best. Matter of fact, I might leave this on. I may leave this on, or I may download it and put it into the Fast Pass coaching, to be honest with you. I think that's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to put this in the Fast Pass coaching because if something is worth a value, shrink wrap that bitch. You got to shrink wrap it. All right, bro. I'm going to definitely get at you. All right, you guys have a great night. I wish you guys the very best. Peace, love, and happiness to you guys. Peace.